What's up? Welcome to today's video and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a speed reviews video because I've actually been enjoying speed reviews lately. And I have not filmed a speed reviews since last year. So I have a lot of makeup in here we're going to go through. And I wanted to go ahead and do a speed reviews because I know I'm going to be decluttering today as well. So let's just see if I can give you guys a little review on the makeup I have been using lately. Clout Lip Plumping Pen. That is really small. I can see why people are upset about that. Just Peachy is the shade though, which is not the shade I thought I was gonna get. Maybe, I don't know, but I can't wait to try it. But I have been using this lip liner a lot. This is the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner in the shade Doll in Love Again, and I like this. I do. I like the formula more than I like the color, because that is just like a very, very bright color, and it's not really like what I reach for on the daily lip wise. So like, I like the formula, I just don't like the color. Coty Airspun Translucent Extra Coverage. I've been using this under my eyes. It's very, very heavy, very, very perfumated. It's fine. It sets my under eyes just fine. I can see myself continuing to use it up because it's a lot of product. But purchasing it again, no. I love these little puffs. You guys know that. I got these off of Amazon for like a pack of like six for like $10 or something like that. I actually saw it recently, was on my Amazon, like recommended to me, buy again kind of thing. But I didn't need to buy it again, so have that. This NYX Hydra Touch Oil Primer. I actually really enjoy this on my dry skin. You guys can see I've used quite a bit. The dropper itself does not get a lot of product in it. Like, that's not a lot of product in my opinion. So I literally poured out of the container until I get enough in my hand, and I just slather it on my face like that, because that's just how I do it. That's just how I do it. Blushes. I also feel like it dulls, like having that much oil on my face dulls down my coverage on my foundation, which I'm completely fine with the coverage on my foundation being dulled down a little bit. I like the finish that the oil primer gives me. All right, Jeffree Star Cosmetics Magic Star Liquid Blush. This is in the shade Frosting Colt. I've almost completely used this up. So this one, the container is not, it's clear, so I can see how much product I have, and I am almost completely out of this, which I'm happy about. I've also noticed that when I close this, the product does gather on the edges and it does spill out a little bit, so I will be very, very excited when this is gone. This is a good formula, but I just don't think that, like, this is the only liquid blush that you need. Like, this is a good formula. It's a very big packaging compared to regular liquid blushes, but not the one I would recommend. I would honestly just recommend the e.l.f. one. Juvia's Place has some. Moira has some. I would recommend, if you're going for a liquid blush or a cream blush, to go for something like this. This is the Ofra Midi palette in the shade Cotton Candy Skies. So it's kind of the same idea. So you have a cream blush, a matte blush, and then I use this as a highlighter, but you could definitely use this as like a blush topper, blush lighter kind of thing. So I use every product in this. I would prefer actually to use this cream over that Jeffree Star one, so I would recommend this over that. And I honestly have to say, when I purchased this, I used code ALLIE D, I think, LED, which is affiliated to Allie Dawson here on YouTube, but I saved 15%, so loved that. My bronzers. Let's go through my bronzers. Okay, Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the cream bronzer in the shade Sunkissed. This is Morgan Turner's most hated product from Anastasia, and it makes me so sad. Because I love this. This is such a good color. It's a good it's a great formula. Like, I love that. It blends so well into my skin. She said she didn't like it because it has a yellow undertone, and I do understand where she is coming from. This has a golden yellow undertone. My mother is Native American. I have a golden undertone in my skin, even though I'm quite pale. So this works really, really well with my skin. So I like it. All right, my powder bronzers. I have 5 powdered bronzers, and I love them all. This is my L'Oreal True Match Lumi. I have Hit Pan. If you can't tell, I have Hit Pan. I really enjoy this color. This is kind of like a good, like, it's got some gray in it for sure, but it's very luminous, which I don't usually prefer in a cheap product unless it's my highlighter. But I really enjoy the formula of this. I love how big the pan is. This is the Milani Bronzer XL. This is the All Over Glow. This is in the shade Radiant Tan. This is more warmer, so I know whenever I use this, I'm going to get a warmer look. It does have some shimmer in it. I can definitely see myself putting this in my makeup memory box, maybe at the end of my Fit to Clutter series, which I'm actually starting today. So I could see myself putting this in a makeup memory box. But it's so big of a pan. I want to try to use it up a little bit more. Maybelline City Bronzer. This is in the shade 100. I purchased this twice from Ulta and it has arrived broken each time. So eventually I took it down to the store and they let me pick one off the shelf. This is a very, very, very light bronzer, but I really, really, really enjoy it. So really like that. Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is the Mirror Butter Bronzer. This is just the bronzer shade. So I think this is the darker one because I think they have a shade called Light Bronze. Physicians Formula has never really had a good shade range, but I love the smell of this. I enjoy it. And then I have Thrive Cosmetics' Rhea Bronzer. This is probably my darkest bronzer. I purchased this because Kathleen Lights loved it back in the day. Yeah, this is the darkest bronzer I have, but I do like it. I just don't use it as much as I use the other bronzers because I'm more used to those ones. This Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette, I can get it open. I enjoy this a lot. You can probably tell I reach for this one more than anything. It's the light contour. I really enjoy putting this over top of one of these bronzers or like combining them. I want to try the medium contour because I don't feel like that would be a bad shade for me. The deep contour would definitely be too deep for me, but I feel like I could use that as like eyeshadow or something. I use the light highlight all the time, and then I use the medium highlight all the time. Light highlight I actually like to use, and medium highlight I like to use all over my face. I actually use it as like a powder to kind of like correct and blend everything in to my skin. I have not touched the deep highlight. Let me swatch this. I could probably use this as like a orangey type of blush, I guess. That's honestly the only thing is that like I don't use these two shades that much. I haven't really dived into this. I just kind of stick to this corner here. But I do want to branch out and use this a little bit more. Okay. I love my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Powder Foundation. You guys can see I've hit Major Pan. This is in the shade 21 Classic Ivory. I love using a powder foundation to set my foundation. This is the L'Oreal Sun-Kissed Glow highlighter palette. Got 4. I've hit pan in this palette, which it's surprising that I've hit pan in it because I actually do not enjoy this whatsoever. I always end up combining another highlighter with this palette. This just like doesn't give me enough. It just does not give me enough. This is definitely something that I can see going in my declutter series, in my Fit to Clutter series. I wanted to try to use this until the end of the year, but I just don't think that that's going to happen. I have so much makeup that is coming into my collection that I'm like, why do I want to have products that I don't really love? This is something I do love. I have a backup of this exact one. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Ethereal Light. I have every single ethereal light or I have every single ambient powder and strobe powder that will fit my skin tone. I have every single one of them, and I do have a backup of this one, so I do enjoy this a lot. I actually use this on top of that Cotton Candy Skies highlight, and I use this all over my face as well to blend everything in. I'm still testing this out. This is the Pat McGrath Sublime Under Eye Powder in the shade Light. Morgan Turner says that this blurs her under eyes, but like for me, it just does not. I'm like, what am I missing? Because for me, this just looks super powdery and it's not blurring my pores like at all. It actually makes my pores look worse. I'm like, what am I missing on this? If I'm missing something, let me know. I actually just used it on my under eyes like that and it kind of looked okay. It kind of brightened it up a little bit, kind of looked okay. But nothing spectacular. What I recommend. Also, you can get this off of Amazon. All it is a pencil sharpener for your like eye and lip products, and it has different sizes. So you definitely need to get this. I got mine from Amazon. Loving it. All right. So I need to do like a what I recommend, what I not. So that's how we're gonna do the rest of this. All right, so the She Glam Glitz Wiz palette in Ecstasy. I'm just trying to use my palettes up because I was like, I have so many palettes in my collection. They only get used maybe once a year if they're lucky. So I've been focusing on one palette for a little bit. So this is the one I've been focusing on. I did a Valentine's Day look with this palette and I did like it. I currently have decent dips in these two shades, but not another shade. I'm actually considering taking this shade out because it is a pressed glitter and it's the worst pressed glitter ever and I hate looking at it. So I'm thinking about taking that shade out because I want this palette to look like it's been used and I will never use that shade. Would I recommend this? No. This is a dupe for the Huda Beauty Desert Dust palette and it's not a good dupe. I would not recommend this. Profusion Pro Pigment palette. If you're into these tones, I would definitely recommend it. It's a good palette. But for me and what I have in my preferences, I don't use this a lot. I did use this shade Queen today on my under eyes because it kind of went with the, purpley, cool tonish look I was going for. I really enjoy the look I have. I can do a lot of fun looks with this. But for me, when I'm building a palette or an eye look, I have to have a lot of mattes. I use more mattes than I do shimmers. I'm not gonna lie. I use more mattes than shimmers. Most people do tend to use more mattes than shimmers. So the fact that there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mattes in here, and the rest are all shimmers, like that whole front piece right here, these 9 pans right here, are all shimmers, all of those. So this just does not work out for me. But this is a good palette if this is what you prefer. If you want all these shimmers and you like these tones and you want to combine this with another palette, this will work out great for you. It is a drugstore palette. Would I recommend this to a friend though? No, because I don't think that it's a good palette because it's not cohesive enough. It doesn't have enough mattes. I'm back now. This is the Natasha Denona Baby Bronze palette. I've never used this. I have used the Big Bronze and I've used the Mini Bronze palette. So I've never used the Baby Bronze. I'm going to use it for the first time tomorrow, but I do know Natasha Denona's formula and I have played around with colors like this because I do have the midi size bronze palette and the mini bronze palette. So I have a feeling I will like this. For the specific look I'm going for tomorrow, I think will be fine. But would I recommend this? No, this is $19 on Natasha Denona's. This is $19 for 3 shades. I would recommend if you want something like this, then I would recommend the mini bronze palette, which is like $27, or the midi bronze palette, which is $69, depending on your preference of, amount of shades and matte to shimmer ratio. It's going to depend on which one you would prefer. Currently wearing the Ardell 344 lashes. Would I recommend these? No, I don't like these. These are the aqua lashes. I don't do the water dip thingy. I literally just put glue on them and I rock it like that. The band itself is not flexible. Even when I put water on it, the band is not flexible. So I would not recommend these aqua lashes, but I would recommend Ardell as a brand to you because they do have really good lashes. Luscious Angel Eyes Eyeshadow Primer Base. This is in the shade Nude. Would I recommend this? No. And why I would not recommend this is because it is very tinted and it's tinted a little dark for me. I'm going to try and get a little bit out. But it's tinted a little too dark for me, which is why I would not recommend this because I find that it actually makes the colors that I put on top of it, eyeshadow wise, darker. But I think it's going to go good for that baby bronze palette tomorrow. But no, I would not recommend that eye base. I think that you can get better. Okay. Adhesive glue. I have mine in the shade Clear. It's white. It does dry clear. I do enjoy this. It has a paddle. This is my second one. I need to go get another one because this is kind of getting old and goopy, but it has a little paddle brush, so I really enjoy the application. I enjoy the use. This is the best lash glue I have found. I really enjoy this Laura Lee brush. This is just the dual-ended spoolie end brush. And then this Pixie by Petra Endless Brow Gel Pen. I have mine in the shade Light. This is a little too light for me, but this was the brow combination I was doing in February. I enjoy it, but it's a little too light for me. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's a little too light for me. I definitely want to add a brow gel into my March brow routine to get a little bit more of a grippier hold. But would I recommend? I would recommend this brush. I would not recommend this pen. I think that this pen is too creamy for the formula itself. It's too creamy for it being a brow pen. these Rimmel eye pencils. So I have the shade black, nude, and brown, and I'm going to get the other two shades, which is a sparkling black and a deep blue. I really enjoy these. These are only $5. They're very, very creamy, and they last all day in the waterline. I've had mine on. I've had the black one on today for, I want to say 3 or 4 hours, and it's still there. So really like these at the drugstore. These are really, really good. I do enjoy this Maybelline Master Precise All Day Matte Liquid Liner. This is in the shade black. This is a felt tip pen. I do enjoy this. It's a little too long in my personal, the pen itself is a little too long, but I do like this. It is easy to create a wing. Mine is just drying out. And no, I'm not repurchasing it, but I would recommend it to you. All right. Now we're getting into the land of mascaras. My mascara collection has grown over the past couple months. The L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. This is what the wand looks like. I really, really, really enjoy this mascara. I would recommend this to you if you enjoy small rubberized wands. I think that this does add length. No volume, but it does add length, so I would recommend that to you. L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara. This definitely had the internet in a chokehold last year. This is the creepy little wand. I would not recommend this to you because I have not had the same experience that other beauty gurus have had with this. I think that it clumps my lashes up too much no matter how I try to use it. I use a brush to brush it out. I just feel like this clumps my lashes too much, so I'm just trying to use it up. But no, I would not recommend this mascara to you. I would recommend the Telescopic Carbon Black over the Lift mascara. Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions. This is a tubing mascara. I would recommend this to you. This is probably the best tubing mascara there is out there. I really like the rubberized one, and whenever I'm going for a natural look, I always go for this, and I do have backups. For me to have backups of a product, it should say something because I don't tend to have backup of products. Rare Beauty Mascara. It just says it's mascara in the shade black. I would recommend this mascara to you. For the longest time, this actually is the only high-end mascara I have at the moment, aside from that Thrive Cosmetics, but I don't count Thrive as a high-end brand. This is a natural hair bristle wand, and I really do enjoy it. I tend to lean more on the natural hair bristle type of brushes when it comes to mascaras. I think that those add length and volume on my lashes per se, but I am usually reaching for false lashes, so keep that in mind. But I would recommend this to you. I have used this without false lashes, and I do really like that. L'Oreal Panorama. All right, so I just saw Jessica Braun review this. I don't like this. From what I've tried, I don't like this. It's a rubberized brush, and I only have this because Selena Gomez's makeup artist used it. But like I said, I have not liked this, so I would not recommend this to you. But Jessica Braun was showing a way in her video that I have not tried yet. So at the moment, I would not recommend this to you, but I do want to keep this in my rotation and use it a couple more times, and I do want to revisit this in a future speed reviews sometime this year. So at the moment, that's a no for me. This is a yes. This is the L'Oreal. L'Oreal is killing it with the mascaras. I have 4 L'Oreal mascaras. I just realized that. No, that wasn't on purpose. This is the Lash Paradise. This had the beauty community in a chokehold as well for years. It has the natural bristle brush. It's definitely a dupe for the Too Faced, better than mascara. I really enjoy this. I actually just recently repurchased this, and it is the mascara I actually am wearing today, so you can see my lower lashes if you guys are curious, but I do enjoy this mascara quite a bit. I would recommend it. These two I have not had a chance to try yet, but it's inexpensive. This is the e.l.f. Lash and Roll mascara. This is meant to dupe the, I think it's meant to dupe the Roller Lash mascara from Benefit, but it kind of is giving me Tower 28 Make Waves mascara wand. But I'm very excited to try that. This is literally the mascara I'm going to be wearing tomorrow. I'm very excited to try that. And this is the Lash Extender mascara from e.l.f. This is meant to dupe the Thrive mascara, so I'm very excited that I can actually try these next to each other. So that is going to be something I'm going to also be trying this week. So that is the second container. Now we're getting into the top container that is all just lip products that inspired me to declutter because I have so many lip products. And I definitely want to declutter this today. That is going to be a goal for me today, is to declutter these. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this. This is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Supreme Gloss in the shade Watermelon Soda. I really enjoy this shade, and I like having this in my collection because Watermelon Soda is a iconic shade. Here's the problem I'm having. I break out with Jeffree Star Cosmetics' lip products, and it's not just this. It's the Velvet Trap. This is in the shade Celebrity Skin. I always break out with them. This Velvet Trap here in Mouse Trap, I break out with this on my lip. Like, my lip literally puffs up and does this allergic reaction. type thing. This one here is an Entrampment, and then this liquid lipstick and Hot Rod Lynn. I think I'm going to end up decluttering all of these today because while I do enjoy the formula of these and I do enjoy the looks of these, I find myself not wanting to reach for them because I am allergic to something in all three of these products. There's an ingredient that is in these products that makes me puff up on my lips like I do with an allergic reaction. Like if I kiss my cat, I have the exact same reaction on my lips. So that's how I know I'm allergic to something in these. So these will definitely be decluttered today, but for right now, I would not recommend those to you for that specific reason because there's something in there that breaks me out, so I just don't reach for them. All right. I have a couple of these hard candy ones. This is the Cashmere Silk. It's in the shade Creme Brulee, and then this is in the Velvet Mousse in the shade Spider Orchid. These are just two I definitely think I will end up decluttering today as well because I never reach for them because I have other products I am reaching for. But I've heard that these are really good. I think I've used them maybe once or twice. I may end up getting so much use out of these products once I do declutter. Because, oh, here's what I'm wearing today. Natasha Denona, My Dream in Natasha. Stunning. I want more of her lipsticks. This is such a gorgeous formula. I love this. This is definitely one you are not buying from my hands anytime soon. I have this Pat McGrath lipstick, and it's in the shade Divine Rose. It's the Satin Allure. I would, even though I have not tried this yet, I would still recommend this to you because I have tried Pat McGrath's lipstick formula. This is in the shade Beautiful Stranger, and it's a little mini that she sent over, and I really, really enjoy the formula of this. This is probably one of my top lip products, so I would recommend these to you. They're a little expensive. Pat McGrath Labs is an expensive luxury brand, so just know you're going to be spending the money. Here's something I want more of these. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Velvet in the shade Pure Hollywood. This had a lot of hype around it because of that Glamzilla video. I am not the type of person that usually gets bothered from like too matte, too sticky on my lips. Like that doesn't bother me. It tends to wear off no matter what. I don't really usually take it off unless I'm wearing a vibrant color and I'm about to eat, then I will take it off. I love this. If you have tried Kaleidos' lip clay formula, that's kind of what I would consider this similar to, is the lip clay formula. Peach is the color of the year, and the 6 shades that Anastasia released in this formula are all peach leaning. So very on trend with the colors. I love the formula of this. This is a very, very, very comfortable matte formula. All right, these I'm gonna keep. I would keep them anyways. I would not recommend them to you though. These are the Lunar Beauty and Laura Lee lipsticks. So I have Lanny and Mora, and the reason I would not recommend these to you is because I find that these just do not look good on my lips. I like the colors in theory. They're both nude lipsticks, and I love the fact that Laura and Manny collaborated together to make their perfect shades, but they just aren't perfect for me. Please keep in mind that these are their perfect shades. They're just not perfect for me. I have more yellow in my skin. I am in the same shade range as Manny MUA, but I have a golden undertone to my skin, whereas I think he has a neutral pink leaning undertone. So keep that in mind, that is why those don't work for me. Here's some more new products. Here's some more new products. I wore this yesterday to my doctor's appointment. This is the Lawless Forget the Filler lipstick in Wedding Day. I love this so much so that I want to get more colors. This is so stunning. It doesn't have that much of a lip plumping aspect to it. Like I could feel it, just felt like I had some mint on my lips, honestly. I have not had a chance to try this yet, but I think that this will be in a couple of days. This is the Forget the Filler Plumping, Smoothing, Nourishing Lip Plumper. This is in the shade Juicy Watermelon. Very excited because I have been seeing glosses that are just like line smoothing, and I'm loving that. Very excited for that. I enjoy this My Dream lip gloss from Natasha Denona. This is in the shade Natasha. This just looked like a perfect natural lip gloss for me when I wore it. So I really enjoy that. And then this e.l.f. lip oil is in the shade Pink Quartz. I really enjoyed this too. It's funny, my mom and I were actually talking about e.l.f. today, and she told me she's seen a commercial on the TV about e.l.f. saying, why get more expensive makeup when you can get it at, like, high-end makeup when you can get it at e.l.f. And that's so totally true. My mom would rather shop from e.l.f. And e.l.f. has so much hype around them right now. They're actually one of my brands for the year. So that is exciting. Here is another product. Let me just go ahead and, yeah, these two products will never ever leave my collection. This is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Ice. I really enjoy this. And then the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. I know that these two are not going to leave my collection. The rest of this is kind of like up in the air where I'm like, I could probably get rid of everything. I Love those two. Those are very natural. I have so many of these Milani lipsticks that I know I'm going to have to declutter something today. Well, actually, I only have 4. I thought I had more. I don't know. But I have Matte Blissful, Nude Cream, Matte Passion, and Matte Kiss. So I have so many of these. I know I'm going to have to declutter some of them, but very gorgeous packaging. I really enjoy these. These are really good lipsticks. They have the Lip Fetish as well, which is kind of like a lipstick version of that Lip Velvet formula from Anastasia, in my opinion. It's very, very creamy, but it's very, very clay, like moussey texture. It's a very soft texture. I decluttered mine because I found that my Pat McGrath Beautiful Stranger lipstick was a very, very similar dupe to it. So I ended up decluttering my Milani one because I would reach for my Pat McGrath over Milani. There's that. But those are really a really good formula. I really enjoy this Hard Candy Glosstopia in Peach Dream. However, I don't think I would reach this over the e.l.f. And same thing with this Jeffree Star Wyoming Winter Lip Oil. So I would not recommend either of these because these are going to be more expensive than the e.l.f. one. So if you're wanting a good lip oil and you're wanting to save some money, I'm going to go ahead and say that the e.l.f. one is better than these. That's just my personal opinion. I also have this ColourPop Luxe Lip Oil that I don't think I've ever used. It's in the shade Hey. I don't think I've ever used this, and I just have no inkling to use it. And that's the problem, is that I have no inklings to use it. I have some Urban Decay lipsticks. I have the shade Conspiracy, Blackmail, Miss Mia Wallace, and then Rapture. These are just not really shades that I will reach for. Like I have Miss Mia Wallace is a red cream. Rapture looks like a pinky cream shade. Conspiracy is a brown metallized shade, and then Blackmail is a black purple comfort matte. So I'm gonna have to see where these fall when it comes to my declutter, but I think that these would all get decluttered because I just don't reach for these very, very often. But these are a good formula. I have wore Miss Mia Wallace a lot in February. Something I would not recommend to you. This is a Revlon lipstick. It's in the shade Love Is On. It's a cream. This is so perfume. It's like a mouthful of perfume. I would not recommend this to you because of that mouthful of perfume. Now, I've said it before, my lips don't really get bothered with too creamy, too matte, too glossy, too sticky kind of thing. My lips aren't, I'm not bothered by that. I am bothered when every single time I talk, I feel like I'm taking a mouthful of perfume. That bothered me. So there you go. There is that review. All right. This Luna by Luna lip gloss in the shade Mars. I just never reach for it, so I wouldn't recommend it to you because I just never reach for it. It doesn't stand out in my collection. For me, things need to stand out. This AB Feather Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Flirt. I never reach for it. It's a very, very beautiful color. Like I said, I can't tell you if it's too matte and it would bother me like that, but I just wouldn't recommend it because I never reach for it. I wouldn't recommend this because this brand is no longer. This is Jaclyn Cosmetics' Outspoken lipstick in the shade Outspoken. I think that this will end up going in my makeup memory box, to be completely honest, because Jaclyn Cosmetics is no longer a brand. And this has some makeup history. This brand has makeup history. So probably would keep that just for the memories. And this Beauty Creations matte lip gloss in the shade Kiss Me. Again, like, I think this is actually a lipstick because it's a matte lip gloss, but when I wore it, I remember it dried down to a liquid lipstick type of formula. It's just like not something that stands out in my collection. I wouldn't recommend any of those to you. Okay, so these NYC lipsticks, I would not recommend them to you. I have the shade, this is Chiffon, and this is the shade Ruby. I just don't remember really enjoying these that much, and these are drugstore, and they have a drugstore feel to them in my personal opinion, and I like my drugstore to have I'm drugstore, but I still can be luxe type of feeling. That's what I would prefer. I get that with this Flower Beauty, so Gladiola. This is almost a perfect shade match to that lip liner that I have, which is why I keep this, and I need to actually use this again because I do enjoy this formula, and I do enjoy the color. I enjoy the fact that it is a very, very similar shade to my lip liner. Max Frost lipstick. I definitely can see myself getting rid of this. I never reach for this, and it's a MAC lipstick, so somebody else will love that. Let's see. Soap and Glory. This is the Sexy Mother Plucker in the shade Woo Pink. I don't think I've ever worn this, and to be completely honest, if I'm reaching for a lip plumper, it's probably going to be the Lawless. Just to be honest. Paint in the shade Flaming Hot. I thought that this would be a really pretty hot red lip topper with some glitter. It's not. It's very, very, very sheer, so I would not recommend that to you because I thought it was going to be a pretty lip topper, but it's not. I would recommend these to you, actually. These are Sigma. This is a liquid lipstick in the shade Dreamy, and then this is a lip gloss in the shade Magical. This just came in the Cinderella collection. But this just came in the Cinderella collection. I enjoy these. I definitely can see myself getting rid of them, though, because I don't reach for them a ton. But I recommend these. These are really, really good formula. They are. This Jeffree Star Cosmetics liquid lip balm. I wanted this so bad because it came out with this Star Milk. But it's very pepperminty, so it is meant to be more skincare. But if I'm reaching for something that's going to be more skincare and healthy for my lips, it's going to be a lip oil over this. And I definitely wouldn't put this on at night either. So would not recommend that to you because it's a weird product. And then this Trestique lip primer. It has a lip primer right here, and then it's like a lipstick. I really enjoy this. It's in the shade English Rose. This is my perfect red for summer, for fall. It really, really is. Where it has a berry tone to it. So I really enjoy this, and I enjoy the packaging. I would recommend this to you because I think the formula is really stunning. I never use the lip primer though. I'm not gonna lie, the lip primer I think I've used once or twice. I'm just always reaching into the color, always. But anyways, that is my speed reviews for everything in this collection. In my declutter, I actually have to get out a new setting spray. So yeah, this is like completely filled, but I was able to give you my opinion on every single product in my collection. So excited that I was able to do that. I cannot wait to film my declutter because my mom told me she is going to take the bag of makeup that I declutter and she is going to take it to her vultures at her job. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you did, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye guys.